Parlays live cap. It's Wednesday. We're talking NFL. I've got expert handicappers Nick Parsons and Kurt Alexander with us today. Hey guys, how are y'all doing today?
Great, Allie. Great.
How about you,
great, Allie? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Ready for this NFL action we got here.
How'd y'all feel about a Monday and Tuesday NFL card there? Make some money on that?
Up until the last 3 minutes when how many points did they score in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. I had a play on Baltimore, so I cashed that. It was part of my 3-0 day yesterday I had over at Picks and Parlays.
Okay. Good job. Good job with that Baltimore pick.
Yeah, back on track here.
Excellent. All right, so we've got some stuff to talk about today. You there at home, don't forget, give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Never miss one of our free picks or live pods. All right, so we're going to get things started here in Week 14 of the NFL. We're going to go with the Cowboys at the Bengals. Now, Dallas is the favorite here, -3.5. The total's 43.5. Dallas is 3-9, but they're 1-5 on the road. Have not been great about covering either. They're only 1-5 covering on the road too. Bengals are 2-9, 2-3 at home, but they are 4-1 against the number at home. Some things have changed in that team. Nick, what can you tell me about this game?
Just a couple of really bad teams. And I mean, that doesn't mean that you can't make money on bad games. In fact, some will argue that those are the games that you can make the most money on because perhaps the lines are a little less sharp on those ones. Right. But yeah, I mean, after falling to 3-9 with that 34-17 loss to Baltimore, the Cowboys, they're on the ropes here. We've been saying this almost every single week to all of these teams in the NFC East that just keep losing, is that they're lucky to be in this division. Well, that's still the case as far as the Cowboys. They still have a chance if they could go on a run here to end the year. So, I mean, there's some really great pieces on offense here for Dallas. Of course, with Dak Prescott going out, they just haven't been able to gain a ton of chemistry. But Andy Dalton, he has 870 yards. He has 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Amari Cooper, he's fantastic. He has 848 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, they're on a 4-game losing streak. They're coming off that 19-7 loss to Miami last week. Brandon Allen, he has 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Joe Mixon, he leads rushing with 428 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. But yeah, I mean, normally I'm not about laying points with a 3-9 team on the road. As you mentioned, Allie, they're just 1-5 against the spread on the road. But yeah, I mean, I think Cincinnati's strong against the spread record, as you mentioned there at home. That really had a lot to do with Joe Burrow and being at the start of the season. And so I guess I just have more faith in Dallas's roster and its talent, as strange as that sounds. But when you just look at these two teams, I just think that's the sharp move here. And so I'm leaning. I don't have an official play on this one yet, but I am leaning to Dallas in this one.
All right. What do you got on this one, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page as you. I like Dallas in this game too. Cincinnati doesn't run the ball. I think everybody knows how I feel about teams that don't run the ball. 17 carries for 40 yards last week. That's not going to get it done, especially when you have inexperienced quarterbacks. You know, the run game is like a quarterback's best friend. It makes the defense respect the run. And that's what football is about. It's about respect. So I think it's disrespectful to not run the ball the way some of these teams are. And Cincinnati's one of them. The game before that, another loss, 15 rushes. It's not going to help your offense. You're not going to be able to generate any points. You're not going to give your defense a break. Running games extend drives and they keep the defense on the field. So one defense is getting tired while the other one is resting. If you're not running the ball and you're getting these incompletions and the clock's not running, yeah, that's what's going to eventually happen. You're not going to win ball games, and neither one of these teams are winning a lot of ball games. But even in that loss, I will say the Cowboys, 28 rushes, $111. The game got out of hand. It did, but they stuck with what they came with. The win against Minnesota, 31 rushes, $180. So I think that's the formula. You have backup quarterbacks in here. Use the run game. And you're going to see this theme throughout my day here. I just kind of dove into teams that are running. I didn't realize that, how it just makes sense. When you don't run the ball, chances are you're not winning games. So yeah, that's as far as these two teams go. Cincinnati just doesn't run the ball. They've had 30 rushing attempts in 2 games. It's not gonna cut it. It'll make things a lot easier for Dallas, who is going to run the ball. So I like Dallas, and I actually like them to cover this spread too. Even though they don't cover spreads, this is one I think they'll cover. It's a little short. It's a bad game.
All right. Well, there you have it. Okay. We got a lot of new people in the chat. Guys, don't forget, drop us a comment. Let us know who you like. Give us a like, ring the bell, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. We got a lot of good stuff here at Picks and Parlays. We're going to move into the Chiefs at the Dolphins. Kurt, start this one off. What do you got on Chiefs at the Dolphins?
Well, just for you trend bettors, what's trending here is the Chiefs are 0-4 in their last 4 straight up against the spread. So that's that right there already has me on the Miami side. The fact that Miami has a 9-3 record against the spread pushes me more towards Miami. I love the fact that Miami's defense is as strong as it is. And you have the number 1 offense in Kansas City, not scoring, they're number 2 in scoring, but as far as yards and passing, they're the number 1 offense in Kansas City against a very, very good secondary and a ferocious pass rush. We've seen what this team did to the Rams and how they take offenses out the game. They score defensive touchdowns. Whatever you could do to help the rookie out, is basically what Miami's doing. I definitely like him. Well, I like them here plus the points. I wouldn't be surprised if they won a game. You got to realize everybody gets up for Kansas City. We saw Denver get up for Kansas City last week. The champs are coming in. That's who you want to face. That's how you want to gauge where your team is. Kansas City's rolling, but I don't think that they have the desire to blow teams out. They're not doing that this year. And once again, the running game. Last week, who was it against? Against the Raiders, you saw 27 rushes, $110. Against Denver, 22, $134. This is for Kansas City. Run the ball and win the game.
There you have it.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, what do you have to say about this one?
Well, Kurt and I are getting in the car together here. I like Miami as well. Getting that hook there, 7.5 is what I'm seeing this line at. I really love that. But I mean, Kansas City has been on a nice run since that loss there to the Raiders back on October 11th. But there's been some really close calls here. Kurt brought that up. They haven't been blowing teams out. Their last 2 games, 27-24 over Tampa Bay. And then 22-16 over Denver. And so on the Dolphins side, they're 7-1 their last 8 games. Tua in that last game there, when they blew out the Jets 20-3, he had 296 yards and a touchdown. So yeah, I'll take a shot with Miami here. Each of the Chiefs' last 4 wins have come by 6 points or fewer, and 3 have come by 4 or less. So yeah, Miami 6-1 its last 7 against the AFC. Kansas City is 0-4 against the spread. Its last 4 as a favorite. So yeah, no, I think that Miami offers a lot of value here. I'm not going to suggest sprinkling any money on the money line or anything here, but no, I think that this one's going to come right down to the wire and getting that extra half point there on the touchdown. I absolutely like Miami here as well.
All right, no sprinkling. Nobody get crazy out there, okay?
I was going to suggest sprinkles. For those that want to sprinkle a little something on the money line. It could happen. I mean, this Miami, and also we're going to talk about the other team that's kind of breathing down Miami's back right now. Not really quite there, but people know of this team that kind of wins this division every year. And as soon as you look at it, they're only 2 games out of first. So,
well, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one we're going to roll with is the Vikings at the Bucks. I actually skipped this one. Sorry. So Tampa Bay is the favorite here, -6. We got a total of 51.5. Bucks are 7-5 on the season. They covered 3 out of 6 at home. Vikings are coming off back-to-back wins. Just won in Jacksonville 27-24 in overtime. Bucks are coming off back-to-back losses. So what do you think about this, Nick?
I like Tampa to finally bounce back here for sure. I like Tampa's defense. I like their run game. I like their offense. As much criticism as Tom Brady has taken, he's still thrown for 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Kirk Cousins and this Minnesota offense, especially on the road, I'm just a little bit wary about that. Cousins has 26 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Delvin Cook, of course, he's been fantastic, but this Tampa defense, especially against the run, has been quite good. I'm not really fond of either team right now. The saving grace for Tampa really is that it does have that loaded defense. The 2 losses in their last 2 weeks have come against the Rams and the Chiefs. These are 2 teams, 2 playoff-bound teams for sure. So Minnesota just struggled to scrape by Jacksonville, really. So that concerns me here, especially on the road. And so, I'm going to lay the points with the Buccaneers. I think they finally get off the schneid here. It's put up or shut up. And so, I'm going to suggest to lay the points with.
What is a schneid? You guys are always talking about this schneid. Is it a pot? Is that what that is? Is a schneid?
I'm not sure where that saying came from.
I use it all the time. I have no idea of the country of origin.
I was thought like a boy toilet, like when you guys go into the bathroom, you have that trough thing. Like, is that a schneid? But I guess you wouldn't get on that. All right,
you're always trying to get off the schneid, and Tampa Bay gets off the schneid if they run the ball. All right, in the games that they run the ball, they win. You got to give Brady some help here. The arm isn't what it used to be. This is his first year in this offense. It's his first new offense in, I believe, like 20 years. It's unacceptable to have 4 rushes and to get blown out. Who is that? I'll actually talk about the win. Let me talk about the good, because I talked about the bad yesterday. So the good. So Brady had 36, 158, 2 TDs, and you had 30, how many rushing yards? No interceptions, 166 yards, 36 rushes for 158. That's what Tampa Bay was able to put up in that win against Green Bay. In the wins this season against Carolina, same thing. You're going to have Brady not throwing interceptions and Tampa Bay running the ball more than 25 times. You need more than 25 touches for your running backs, maybe Antonio Brown around the corner, whatever. You have to get 25 touches for this Tampa Bay team to win and possibly cover. I don't think they're going to do it. There's been too many games where I only see 4 rushing attempts, 9 rushing attempts. I don't like that. Inconsistency on the part of the offensive coordinator. Shame on you. I'm going to take Minnesota in the points.
All right. I can't say I agree with that.
We don't run the ball. We'll check the running stats afterwards. Let's see if if what I'm looking up here is right. They run the ball, they win the game.
I get that, but Nick's right. The Chiefs and the Rams, back-to-back losses against Chiefs and Rams, and here you are, and I just feel like the Bucks have kind of got to do something here. But
that's what they want to feel. That's what they want to feel. That's what we've been fed. We've been fed the Gronkowski, who hasn't played, since when.
Yeah, but I haven't been fed that because I haven't liked him all season. So I'm not buying it.
There's a reason why you're liking these Bucks. But if you watch them play, and you see, like I said, the inconsistency, they have the talent. I'm not saying they don't have the talent. I just question the play. These coaches are playing Madden. If you look at a lot of these coaches this year, I see them online. McDermott in Philly played against them last night. That's what they're doing, and they're bringing that mentality to these football games on Sundays, and it has you scratching your head. I can't explain 4 rushing attempts, and I have Leonard. What are the running backs doing during the week? I just don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
People in the chat, you let us know whose side are you on, Nick or Kurt? Do you like the Vikings or do you like the Bucks? Let us know. All right. So we have one more to talk about. We're going to talk the Thursday night game, the Patriots at the Rams. Patriots, hey, look at you guys. You're like winning football games and stuff. That's back-to-back wins for them, 4 out of their last 5. Rams are coming off that road win to the Cardinals. They're the favorite, -5. Total's 45.5. What do you got on this one, Nick?
Yeah, the Patriots evened up their record for the first time since they were 2-2. So they destroyed the Chargers 45-0. They have the benefit here. They don't have to leave the state, so they don't have to travel as much here. Yeah, the Rams, they're coming off that road win 38-28. But yeah, I like the Pats here, you guys. I think they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They crept back to 500. They're currently in 10th place in the highly competitive AFC. But the NFL added a 7th playoff team to each conference this season. So they still have a fighting chance here. And so after their game with the Rams, New England then has games against Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets to close the season. And so, I mean, if you look at these stats, Cam Newton last week, he had 69 yards passing against the Chargers there. And so New England had only had 291 yards of total offense. So if you look at those numbers just by themselves, it just doesn't look like much at all. But the special teams was just lights out for New England in that game. And so that's a sort of an intangible factor, which when you're looking at these numbers, which doesn't really come out immediately. And the run game, Kurt's been talking about it. It was really good. It had 165 yards there. Damian Harris, he had 80 yards rushing in that win. And so, yeah, despite their passing woes this season, New England's 3rd in the NFL in rushing. They average 150 yards per game on the ground. They're averaging only 22.8 points per game, but they're allowing just 21.3 points per game. That's one of the best defenses in the league. The Rams, they're tied with the Seahawks in the standings for first place in the NFC West, but because they've already won against them, then they have the upper hand in that division, in the division race there. Their offense is tied for 3rd in the NFL in yards per game. They average 25.1 points per game, and they're top 5 in yards allowed. LA is, but the Rams, they're 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 against the AFC East. I guess that's not a really super pertinent stat here, but the Rams, they've had their troubles against the Patriots in the past. The Patriots are actually 6-1 against the spread, their last 7 in this series. I mean, I could keep going on here, guys, but yeah, I like New England here to keep it rolling. I think they're a little undervalued, and so that's my pick here.
All right, what do you got on it?
I also like New England, and yeah, I do like New England in this game as well. They've been pretty hot. They've been consistent. You made a lot of great points, especially talking about the running game there. 43 rushing attempts against the Chargers. Yeah, I mean 43 rushing attempts. I don't know. You guys don't like the run game like I like the run game, I guess. But to me, that's just tough. That's what that is. I'm gonna move you a few feet back so my guy could get through the lane and punish your DBs back there. Just old school football. It wears them down by the time they don't want to tackle by the time the fourth quarter comes. So that's New England's formula as of late, and that's why they've been having the success they've been having. I will tell you, Cam's numbers have been god awful. The game that he put up 69, I couldn't even calculate it because I think he was like 13 of 19 for 69 yards. I was like, how many yards is that per catch? The backup came in, threw 2 passes, had 61 yards. I don't get it. They won the game. They blew them out, 45. They put up 45-0 game, and you only had 69 yards. There was a game where Cam was 26 for 40, 365, a touchdown, no interception, and a big L to your Houston Texans. Allie, you keep Cam's numbers under 100. Run the ball. They lost to your Texans, and he had a great passing game. What do you want, stats or do you want wins? Run the ball, 43 rushing attempts, 69 yards, 45-0 score. Here you have them, 365, 1 touchdown, no interception, 27-20 loss to the Houston Texans. Yeah, I definitely think that if the New England Patriots run the ball like they're supposed to, they're going to control the clock. Belichick already knows how to beat the Rams. Remember the Super Bowl a few years ago? And I'm surprised we didn't talk about Belichick going up against the rookie QB last week either. Right. What he did to our guy Herbert there was Wasn't right at all. He had linebackers undercutting the wide receivers. Did you see that when he was throwing slant passes? You had a linebacker cutting. Yeah, it just wasn't fair at all. But yeah, Belichick is in top form, and he smells the division. You know, that's what they want. Believe it or not, the Patriots do want to win the division. They're not a team that's trying to come in the back door or anything like that. That's their mentality. They're the ones with the Patriot mentality. You know, there really isn't the Bengals mentality.
No.
There's a Patriots mentality, or the Patriot way, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like the Pats in this game, but the Rams are good. Understand me, the Rams are good. This defense is solid. The under is probably the best play in this game, as long as the number doesn't get too low.
So I would agree with that. Asked about total on that, so you like that one under.
Yeah.
Bill McDonald said Belichick owns McVay, so there's that going on.
He really does.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I would lean to the under here as well. I expect a lot of running and the short week there for both teams. I like the under as well.
All right. Well, there you have it. All right. Well, everyone I know. Chris McCann says you're calling me out, but you know what Kurt forgets? That I can do this. That I can do this, Alexander. I have the power. Okay. You can come back, but only because I let you. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right, guys. Well, that's a lot of great stuff today. Thank y'all for being on the show as always. And thank everyone out there for joining in, leaving your comments. Even if the video's over, feel free to stick your favorite picks in the comment box. We love to hear what you guys think. What else? Don't forget, of course, we do Total Chaos, we do the live cap today and on Friday. So I'll be back with Nick Parsons and Dan Kaiser on Friday. We'll be talking college football. And then, of course, Total Chaos. So both of you got knocked out last week. It was not a good week.
We'll be back. I'll be back.
It's tough to try to
live to fight another day.
Yep. Someone's got a streak.
But then you have to beat the book.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So on Total Chaos College Football is Thursday. It's going to be Sean Higgs against Chip Chirimbus. Then we have Total Chaos NFL Saturday morning. It's going to be Dan Kaiser and Kurt Alexander. So Kurt, you're back in the game. Let's see what you can do with it, homie. All right.
Good luck, buddy.
Also, I'm doing Monday night, I'm doing Total Chaos College Basketball. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if I am, but I'm really excited about it.
Nice.
And also keep your eyes open. Kurt's first half totals on college and NFL will be coming out this week also. So yeah, a lot of free picks, a lot of great information coming y'all's way. So don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. You guys know the drill. I wish there's a sign I could hold up and you guys would read it or something, but all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you next time. See you on Friday for the